Well, thanks for that. Outside of sailing, proudest moment, greatest achievement so far?
Outside of sailing, well, definitely becoming a father, yeah, which has been,
Might be that same.
yeah, funnily enough. No, it's been an incredible couple of years for me personally. Outside of building this team and organisation, and getting married to Georgie,
Yeah.
my lovely wife, and then having a daughter, Bellatrix, this summer. It's been a real sort of whirlwind, intense couple of years with a lot going on. But yeah, that's, I think, as anyone would say, who becoming a parent is the biggest thing that can happen, really. And it's just been an amazing experience. And yeah, I'm loving being a dad.
Inspiration.
Well,
where do you get your inspiration?
Yeah, there's been a lot of inspirations over the years, certainly as a youngster growing up in the sport, looking to those great sailors. So Paul Elstrom, Russell Coutts, these sailors that really transformed the sport and were standout successes, I guess. But also in other sports, I think Ayrton Senna in Formula One was someone I really looked up to and admired. Roger Federer, Tiger Woods. I guess these sportsmen that were really, again, dominating their sports, and you could see that they had that focus, that intensity that took them to a slightly different level. And of course, my parents and my dad were certainly, as a youngster, a huge influence on my career in supporting me and helping me to have the time to put into my sport. And so yeah, certainly I wouldn't have been able to get the results I did without their support.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's quite a few of those people that you mentioned, the other sportsmen, all like you have this fantastic focus. And obviously I don't know them, I know you. What I've always found amazing about you is you have this incredible focus about what you want to do. You always have done. But you're still just this great guy off the water who's just very normal. Keep your feet on the ground.
Try to be.
Yeah, no, you are.
As having good people around you, good mates around you, keep making sure you keep real.
Absolutely. Do you still have your boat, the yacht?
Rita, yeah. Well, unfortunately, that's the only sort of, if there's a drawback from all of this, the team and everything, it's not really having any free time to go sailing or well, to go sailing for fun. Let's put it that way. Which is the only drawback. But you know, there'll be plenty of time for that in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course, you'll be moving to another island, Bermuda.
That's right. So we're off to Bermuda very shortly, and setting up there for the final 6-month run into the Cup. And that really, I guess, two main focuses there are the design side of setting up these boats for the specific conditions that we have in Bermuda, and also from a sailing perspective, understanding better the race course, the nuances of the meteorology in Bermuda and how the wind works and the tides and so on. So yeah, that's going to be a very intense period, but also it's a really pivotal moment in the campaign for us, moving out to Bermuda and understanding you know, the venue, and for everybody that quite a big psychological shift, I think. You know, finally being at the venue and the intensity of building up to the competition itself. So it's a very exciting period.
I was just thinking, it just sounds, this is where it really starts, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the final run-in, and you know, it has been. You think back to what we've achieved in the last 2.5 years. We've got this base here in Portsmouth. We've built 5 development boats, well, 4 and including the race boat. We've built the organisation up to over 100 people. So a huge amount has been achieved, and the intensity to achieve that has been incredible. But actually, it's going to ramp up another gear now as we go to Bermuda, and you know, that takes a lot of energy. But you know, we've got that motivation here. I think the team are so, you know, because we are based here in the UK. It's about being the best of British, trying to bring the Cup home for the first time in its history for Queen and country, and so on. And it sounds a bit coy, but that really does motivate people. It gives them a real purpose as to what this team's about and why they are working as hard as they are. And you know, without that, I think it would be tough to get people to buy into that philosophy and that work ethic. But we have that, and that makes a huge difference.
And with the sailors, the sailing team, uniquely in all the teams, I think they're all British sailors.
Yeah, they are mostly. We do have a couple of internationals in the team, but you know, it's predominantly a British-based sailing team, which is actually I think it's ourselves and maybe Team New Zealand and Team France have that kind of setup. But yeah, I think it's important. You know, we want to be putting best foot forwards for Britain, and certainly it would be a huge moment in British sport and British sailing if we were able to win the America's Cup.
And if you do win it, the plan is to bring it back here.
Yeah, absolutely. Bring it back to Portsmouth. It'd be another great addition to our maritime history. The Royal Yacht Squadron, it's the yacht club that we're representing. It's where the first ever America's Cup race was held. So it's, again, a great, addition to the history of the Cup and the club and maritime history in the UK. And so that's what we're all working towards, and we're going to keep going until we get that cup home.
Great. And my final comment is, you mentioned about Oracle. They've learnt from the lessons of the last time they won it in San Francisco, and of course you were a pivotal part of that team. Of course, the two key things that they don't have going to the next event is you and Henri Lloyd clothing. That's
right. So they're at a real loss. I don't know what they're going to do, how they're going to cope. But yeah, that'll make the difference.
Great talking to you.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Thank you.